Hey everyone, I'm a professional musician in Houston, Texas, and I wanted to do a quick walkthrough on how I make my parody show flyers in Canva Pro. I always try to change the name of something to make it sort of tie into my name and also add my face into the character. So whether it's a movie or TV show, cartoon like this, I try to add my own twist to it to get people to just laugh and have something different. So go to Canva homepage. I always start off on presentation. And the first thing I like to do is grab the images I'm going to use. So for this one, I know that I'm going to need a good Speedy Gonzalez image. So let's find that first. And in Canva, you don't need to save an image here. Just copy and paste whatever you find online. So let's also change the name here to Speedy Scafidi. That'll make it easier to know which tab we're working with. So go ahead and paste the image here. And sometimes it does that. Good way to start out the video. And once you upload an image to Canva, it's all saved under your uploads section. So if you accidentally delete it, you can just find it right there. The corners allow you to resize an image. The middle tabs allow you to crop something. So let's make that smaller, and let's find our Looney Tunes background. And let's use that. Copy, paste. Let's make that smaller. Basically, you're developing all of the colors that you need in order to make this flyer happen. And I thought it'd be funny to have Bugs Bunny and Daffy looking shocked, just to add another little level of humor. So let's copy and paste that here. Okay, now we've got everything we're going to use to make this flyer come to life. We don't need that open. Let's make this a little bit smaller. And let's make that a little bit smaller out of the way. And just so we have a reference of what we're working towards, put that there. I'm going to have the finished flyer in the corner. I think. Oh, let's go here. Yeah, let's just grab this, copy, paste. Okay, now we got the finished flyer. So we're kind of doing a bit of a reverse engineering. So let's go ahead and get our face into the Speedy Gonzalez face. The first thing that I want to do is I want to isolate that signature hat. So click on the image, go to edit, and under the Magic Studio, we're going to go to Magic Erase. And we're going to erase everything inside the flyer, inside the hat. That should be good. So once that's done, hit erase, and let's see what we're left with. All right, so we got a few little areas to tighten up. That's can be erased. And see, this is fine. All of the stuff we don't need to worry about because our face is going to go there. So let's go back to here. Now let's hit background remover, and let's see if we can isolate everything. That's good. Hit it one more time. Hit it one more time. Now we have erase here. We're going to just go underneath here and erase all of this stuff underneath that we don't need. And you don't need to erase everything underneath because we can use the crop feature to isolate it. Now we've got a good isolated image of the hat. Go ahead and bring in the sides and top. And let's put this to the corner for now. And we need to get our image back because we need to get that signature hair since I'm bald and don't have any. Oh, painful. Now hit background remover again, and we're going to isolate the hair. So just erase all around everything except the hair. It doesn't have to be exactly precise, because this is supposed to be a funny flyer, so nobody's looking for perfection. Get all around there. And you make the brush a little bit smaller to get into these little bitty areas. That's good. All right, brush a little bit bigger. Crop above it, that way, erase above it, that way we use the crop feature to pull down. And we're going to keep the body. So get rid of all of this stuff here. Ooh, yeah. And make that brush size a little bit smaller. I think that should be good. Okay. Now hit done when you're done. Now pull down and let's duplicate this. And now we can isolate the hair. Go ahead and crop in really tightly. And now we can isolate this, so now we have the body. Like Bevo Latte. All right, the next step is to add our face here. I've taken a bunch of facial reaction shots over the years, so I go to elements and I just type in face, and I can pull in all of my crazy faces of sad, happy, or whatever that's appropriate for the flyer. And hit background remover, crop it really tightly. And we need to use the flip feature here to look towards the left. Add it to our hat. Now we can add our hair. See how the hair goes behind the head? My head. Canva is set up in layers, so you need to layer this element to the front. So hit left, click left, and then go to layer and bring forward. Now you have it on top of my head. And that's good. All right. Now you got a couple elements together. Click outside of the elements and you're going to group them, so that way we can move this all around or resize everything together. And we're going to add whiskers, so go to elements and just type in whiskers. And let's see what Canva's got for us. Usually I can find all of the elements I need in Canva, but if I can't, I'll just go find it in Google. All right, so now we have some whiskers. Let's turn that a little bit. I don't want whiskers coming out of my eyeballs. Whiskers, perfect. Group it. Now we add our body. Let's make it a little bit larger. And let's group that. And we need to find a little guitar. That would work fine, but let's see what else Canva has. Okay, so this is a good guitar. I want the color to match a little bit more of the hat, so while you have the element clicked, go to edit, and under filters here, I'm going to use Capri to brighten it up, and that looks good. I'll like shrink it down, twist it. Now we got a guitar in our hands. I'm actually going to make his body a little bit brighter. So click on the body, edit, and let's also use that same filter, Capri. And I think that'll help stand out in the background. So group all of that, make it a little bit smaller, and let's get our background going. Let's add our character. And I always add my face because it's just, why not make yourself the star? You hear what I'm saying? Now let's go ahead and close in the sides a little bit. We don't need it to be that huge. Okay, group that. And we need to add a black border around it. So go to Elements and Square. Canva's always going to recommend one of the colors that's in the palette here. But we don't want orange, we want black. And you notice anytime you introduce an element, it's layered to the top. We want this to be behind it, but let's change the color first to black. And now we can layer behind it. So left click, layer, send to the back. And now we have room to add our name up top, and it also is creating a border for us. And we got room for the bottom part. And now we group it so we can move it all around. And let's add one more layer where I want to add that sort of a gold color. New element, layer to the top. Whoops. Click on it, left click, layer to the back. And let's change the color to that yellow. If it doesn't pull up the color you want, just click this icon right there and use the eyedropper over any color you want in your picture, and it'll change it to that color. That'll be a really easy way for you to get your colors just right. Bring that over, drag it down. All right, now let's group all of that. And we can add our characters here looking in disgust. So click on that image. We want to get them both out of here. Get out of there. Background remover may not work because the image is grainy, but that actually kind of works good enough. So let's just roll with that. There's different ways of doing it. So let's duplicate this and use the crop feature to get rid of bugs. And let's make them a little bit smaller. And let's get Bugs Bunny in there. So let's crop that. Use flip. And let's get Bugs Bunny in there. See how it's layered behind it? So we need to left click and bring it to the front. Bring it back to the party. And whatever this is, I don't know what that is, but click on background remover and you can just erase that and then hit done. Now we can put them into the picture. Oops. If we need to make the space a little bit wider, we can do that too. Actually, just leave it alone for now. Let's add our text. Pick one of these, change the color to white, and Canva Sans is the default font, but we want to use whatever, Gagarin, Lady Gagarin. Put that up there, change it to Speedy, Scafidi. And we're going to use that same font. If you want to duplicate your font, just look at that icon right there, duplicate, boom. And we're going to change this for the information of where we're performing. The Whitehall. And I also want to put the address. And the time. 4:30 till the vodka runs out. Oh! And now we can add our, I've got a logo that I use, so I'm going to go to my uploads, type in logo, and I'm going to use this one. I've been doing these flyers for quite a few years now, and I think I've got about 500 or so of these crazy parody flyers on Instagram and Facebook, and they're so much fun to make, and people really respond to them, and it has way more impact than a very boring flyer that just says that you're performing here, and I don't know, it just adds another little element of fun. And why not have fun? I'm just playing cover songs, so I don't need to take myself so seriously. So now we've got a finished flyer. You can always tidy it up a little bit, but go ahead and group everything. And the last step is to download. So let me delete this. So pretty close, right? Not too bad. I could have made everything a little bit wider, but all right, you know. Let's, if you download this right now, you're going to get all this blank space and on the sides, and you don't want that. You want a clean download so you don't have to crop it later. So the best way to do it is to click on your image that's grouped together and hit position. And on your left-hand side, it's going to show you the height and width of your flyer. Whoops, what did I do there? Let me make sure everything is grouped. Ungroup. Canva can be a little bit finicky sometimes. Okay, now we get it right. So now hit position. 698, don't worry about the decimal point. It's got to be whole numbers. 698, 1080, go up to resize and custom size and type that in. 698, it's already at 1080. And if you hit copy and resize, it'll open this in another window, or you can just hit resize this design. And just fit it into the corners there. Into the corners there. And now you've got a clean download. Go over to share, click download. It's going to recommend PDF, but if we're just posting to social media, go ahead and click on PNG. That's going to give you the highest quality version there. You don't need to worry about the size or anything else, and just hit download, and you've got a fresh flyer that's funny. I just noticed that this is a little bit off center. You can keep tweaking forever, but if you guys have any questions or suggestions, I'm pretty new to doing these tutorials on, with Canva Pro, but if you'd like to see the new ones coming up, please like and subscribe, and until then, take care.